Hey there, welcome. Thank you for watching this video. This is going to cover the fourth step in creating an Ableton set for a Sunday service. We're going to jump back over to our view here of Ableton. We've done a lot of work here. In the previous video, I showed how to add content. We added these two songs together. I went ahead and added in the rest of the songs for the service. And I'm going to zero in on the third song in this set right now, which is Resurrecting. And so this song, you can see a couple different indicators for what key it might be in. It says Resurrecting for the title of the locator here. It says song number 3, Resurrecting F. And remember, we entered in the second video, we entered this information straight from PCO. And the key that's attached to the song in Planning Center was put there on purpose by the worship leader. That's what key they want to sing this song in. So we entered that information from Planning Center. But now when we entered our content from this browser pane, we dropped in the ALS file for Resurrecting, and it's telling me that it's in C#. And so what we need to do is reconcile those two and bring the content from C# up to the key of F, which is done just like this. So watch and I'll show you. So what you do is you've got a few different things that you need to transpose in this case. You've got the original track, which is not played during service, but it's there just for reference. If the band needs to hear it, we can unmute that track by pressing the button, 13 button. And if it's gray, it's muted, it's deactivated. If it's yellow, it's activated, and you'll be able to hear it playing. Sounds totally natural. It's in C#. That's the key that Mac Brock recorded it in and released it on the album, and so that's great, but we needed an F. What we're going to do is click on the clip, and you'll see down here all of this clip information, all the information about this audio that we can edit. You might see a view like that, and if you click on this and you don't see anything, don't freak out. You can double click and that'll show up. But if you click on this initially, it's asking, hey, do you want to add audio effects to this? So you could add like reverb to an audio track. Of course, we don't want to do that. We don't want to mess with the original track for any reason. But if you watch what happens down here, it's just the original track. Any effects that I want to drop in are located here, but you can see that tab kind of moves over. These are the two different views that you can take of track content. You can do that a few ways. Like I said, you can click on the tab here. You can double click on it here. You can hold shift and press tab to toggle back and forth between the two views. Basically, if you click on something and you don't see it, just try double clicking and you'll see what you need here to edit this audio. And what we're doing now again is transposing. So you click on this, you maybe have to double click to see information about this audio clip. And here in these three different fields, you can see clip, sample, and envelopes. We want to look under sample. You can see the warp button is yellow. That means that it is warped audio, which is kind of a fancy Ableton term for it's hard to explain. So we won't need to worry about that. You'll just need to make sure that it is warped, and it gives you these options. If it's unwarped, it doesn't give you these options to like change this kind of stuff. So make sure it's warped. Sure. And the first thing you need to do, that you see that under the sample window here, is transpose. You've got a dial for transpose. You can click on it and drag up or down to transpose up or down. We want to be a little more accurate than that. And sometimes it's hard to like go slow and accurately hit what you're aiming at. So if you just click on it, you can press the 5 button on the keyboard and hit enter, and that'll move it up 5 semitones, which is how far we need to go from C# up to F. And now if I play back this audio, it's going to sound a little Alvin and the Chipmunksy, which is sometimes, it's kind of unavoidable. But Ableton has this cool feature over here next to your transpose dial with a drop down that says beats, tones, texture, repitch, complex, and complex pro, that allows you to specify what you want Ableton to try and preserve about this audio as you edit the audio. So if it's a, for instance, if it's a drum track, beats might be the best thing to have selected. But because this is a whole MP3 of a song, we want to actually select complex. That's the setting that will preserve the audio the best way as you transpose from one key to the next. So we're going to select complex. Complex Pro tries to do a good job, but it sounds really funny to me, so we're going to do complex. And now this clip of audio is properly transposed from C# up to F. The next thing we need to do, though, before we're done transposing our audio for this song, is we've only done the original track, which, as I mentioned, is not used during service, so this will be grayed out. This will be deactivated. If I just press play, all of this multi-track content down here, which is in pink, is still sounding in C#. And so we need to take all of the tonal instruments that are represented here in this multi-track and transpose them up 5 semitones. We don't want to transpose the drums up 5 semitones because that'll just make the drums sound silly for no reason. They're non-tonal instruments, and so you don't need to put them through that abuse of transposing them. So we're going to come to the first tonal instrument in our group, in our stack of tracks here, which is the bass. Drums is non-tonal, tambourine is non-tonal. Loop typically is like a percussion effect kind of a thing. So bass is, in this case, the first one that needs to be transposed, and usually after that first one that is tonal, all the rest of them are tonal. It's just, 99% of the time it's organized that way. So you can just grab the top one of tonal instruments, scroll down to the bottom, and shift click on the bottom one. Now I've got all of my tonal instruments selected, and you can see this familiar view down here is the audio. And this is how I edit the audio. I'm going to select complex so that it preserves the right things in the audio as it transposes those 5 semitones. I'm going to click on the dial, press the 5 key, and hit enter. And it has now transposed all of these clips up 5 semitones at the same time. So if I press play, I can hear it playing. You can't hear it because it's in the headphones right now, but I hear it playing audio in F, and I can prove that by unmuting or activating my original track. And if I've done either one of those steps wrong, you'll know right away because it'll sound like garbage. But it sounds great. I mean, it sounds a little weird because it's transposed pretty far, but otherwise, great. So thanks for watching this video, step 4 of how to transpose audio. Tune into the next video where we're going to cover how to change the time signature along our timeline in Ableton. That's important to know, and you're going to want to see it step 5. Thanks.